Morning campers, hope everybody had a nice Christmas. I'm doing a quick update what's going on in the garage. So Coventry Climax is still sitting here. I've been out of commission. Unfortunately I buggered my hand up. What did I bugger my hand up doing? This. So the turning handle here, I was cranking it around and I think it became disengaged. I went forward and pushed my thumb right back and bent my wrist right back. So I was have been and still am in a splint for a little while. Just about getting the power back in my hand, but it still aches. So I'm not up to 100%. So this we saw last time is running. So it's doing quite well. But unfortunately, it'll sit at 20-30 pounds of pressure on the oil pressure when it first starts up and then drop off. So we need to check whether the gauge is okay, whether that's got a problem. I doubt very much, but still we've got to check it. But I'm also wondering what else is going on. So on this system here, it has a strainer down here. Now what I'm hoping is that the oil goes through the pickup, through the strainers to clean it, and then into the oil pump and then around the engine. So I'm wondering whether there's an air leak down on this strainer somewhere, which means that when it starts off, it takes whatever oil is in it, chucks it up through the pump and around the engine, nice high oil pressure, and then after a few minutes it starts sucking air in, ends up cavitating the whole pump, then no oil. So that's what I'm hoping is going on. How the hell I'm going to figure out what's what, I don't know. It may be that the whole engine's got to come out. I've got to take the sump off of it and figure out whether there's any gasket leaks, whether there's any known issues or anything like that. I don't know. So that needs further investigation. But the pain in the bum is it's still here, not finished. So it needs to get finished so then we can decide what we're going to do and make the next project for that. On other projects, the Project Benny, I managed to pick up for fairly cheap a twin box Maniflow exhaust system. I think it's a small bore one, so it's a 1 litre jobby. And what we also picked up was 2 more twin cars, but the difference with these ones is they're 1.5 inches. Unfortunately, both dashpots are knackered. The piston side's not going up and down in them very well. This is the sort of state we get things in. They need to be cleaned up and worked over and figured out whether we can get them working again. So why did we get 1.5 inches? The Viz Bible says that a 1 litre engine is happy on a set of 1.25 inch carburetors, twins, but the 1275 fast road ones need to have a bit more oomph. So we've got 2.5 inch carburetors to rebuild, find the manifold for it, filters, jets, what have you, but that's what we do. We'll get those up and running and see what we need to do. So I do want to do a little bit more on Project Benny, and I think the next job to do, because this is in the way, I can't do the next thing that I want to do, which is build a spit for Benny and raise him up so I can redo the floor pan. So what I actually want to do is, what's stopping me from putting the scuttle panel on is this panel here that's been welded in. I was looking at it going, is it supposed to be there, or why is it there? And when you're shining the torch on it, when you have a look around here, you've got some really shitty welding here. So what's happened here, the corrosion's got down the lowest point of the windowsill frame and it's rotted it out. So the fact that they've left it like that with the chicken shit welds all over it means that the rubber's not going to sit on it properly, it won't seal properly, which is going to be a pain in the arse. So what I want to do is cut this out, cut a section out of here and try and cut a section out here and try and let in a new panel, a new bit of metal here, and rebuild this properly, get rid of this bit that's sitting there and see whether we can make that look nice and neat. Once that's done, then we can put this scuttle on, which means letting it into these corners here. So next thing that I'm probably going to do is I'll pull this off maybe next weekend. Let's see whether we can cut this off see what we're looking at here and see what we need to do to make that pretty, and then see whether we can get this popped on. So just a little update from me. Only so much I can do until the hand gets better, but gonna keep cracking on, keep the hand moving so it recovers, and gonna do a little bit on Project Benny so we can hopefully move forward on that. Ta-da for now.